Hi everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. And this week we're discussing the week ahead, August 14th through the 21st. And of course it gets started with a fourth quarter moon in the sign of Taurus. And these can be pretty intense, these fourth quarter moons, because it's almost like we're in a mad dash to get to the new moon. We're trying to finish things up and we're trying to complete things. And also, of course, some other things in the planetary aspects this week make this quite an intense week. So we want to be extra careful. Of course, the first 10 days before a major eclipse are very important. And this is a great eclipse because it's the first time in 99 years an eclipse has come right across the United States of America. And of course, looking back at those 99 years, June 1918 was the last time an eclipse went right across the United States of America. And that was when we were engulfed in World War I. And you can look it up and you can see all the things that were going on. They're pretty similar to, what's going on right now. So this eclipse, of course, like every eclipse, gets everybody fired up. It's in the sign of Leo, at the last degree of the sign of Leo. And of course, this is where the keeper of the East, Regulus, a fixed star who denotes like fame, fortune, and military conquest, he's sitting right there too. And so this is an important full moon for our country, the United States, and everywhere else in the world. So all you need to do is get your free natal birth chart from my website, www.terrynazon.com. Look around and see if you see anything at 28 degrees. Well, right away I'm noticing, there is something there at 28 degrees. So we need to look at our natal birth charts to find out how these things are going to affect us. Or you can read your sun sign, you can read your moon sign, and you can read your rising sign, and the overlay will tell you a lot about, what you can expect. It's not going to be as detailed as having a personal consultation with me, of course, but it is very helpful. It's even more helpful if you study astrology and learn as much as you can about astrology. So getting back to the eclipse, every eclipse aligns with it's the sun and the moon aligning with each other. And this one is pretty intense and important because it also aligns with the lunar nodes. So this alignment means in your personal life that you are going to be realigning with something. So sometimes in life we get off track, right? We go in a different direction, we do things we're not supposed to do, and then, we want to have fun and we don't even focus when we're supposed to be focusing, or we're too focused when we should be having fun. So these eclipses get us back into our predestined alignment, and that's what this one's going to do too. So here we go with this eclipse, and it is in effect 10 days before it actually occurs, and of course up to 3 days or 6 months after it occurs. And I can tell you right here, right now, that this one's going to be long lasting into the future as to the effects that it's going to have on this country and us personally. Getting back to what's going on, we know that Mercury is retrograde this week, and I kind of like Mercury retrogrades, to tell you the truth. Not because I was born under a Mercury retrograde, which I was, but it also gives us a time for introspection. It gives us a time to redo things, rethink things, and you can buy a little time sometimes. Sometimes life just moves way too fast, right? And you do need that extra time, that extra hour, that extra couple weeks to redo and reorganize. And that's exactly what this one does. It helps you to regroup, reorganize, and get back into alignment. So we got to pay special attention. We got to watch the fourth quarter moon that we don't make anybody mad, because we want to keep that bull nice and happy in his pasture, eating the grass and focused on the things of comfort and luxury and passionate stuff. Of course, this week also starts out with a few things. Mars is in conjunct the planet Pluto. We've already seen the sun in conjunct the planet Pluto. No fun there. And of course, Venus will square Jupiter, and Venus will actually go through its transit squaring and aspecting some of the other outer planets also. So as far as love and romance goes, you really have to keep it light, like Jupiter and Libra is suggesting that we all just keep it a little light and keep it a little superficial. Don't get so heavy, please. So of course we have a good aspect at the end of the week, which is kind of like what happened last week. We started out the week with some very heavy, very intense planetary transits, and then things mellowed out towards the weekend. But we know that there was all kinds of rioting and discourse in Virginia this weekend, but that was very specific to the stars over Virginia. The rest of us probably had a pretty normal weekend. So this week is very much the same. It gets pretty intense for the first 3 to 4 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then it starts to mellow out towards Friday, when we have some really nice aspects that favor love and romance. Only if you keep it light, like Jupiter in Libra says, keep it light, keep it superficial, no, don't get heavy. So, and then the sun trines the planet Uranus, which I also love because, like I've said before in my weekly horoscopes, Venus is yet to square Uranus, of course, but also Mercury will come back around and trine the planet Uranus, bringing lots of full surprises, lots of fun and happiness, and lots of good fortune. So while we have these very intense aspects coming up, the planets are always giving us a break, and they're giving us lots of good fortune also. So if you're in the mood for love and romance, and I know if you follow me on Sextrology on my Twitter, you're going to find that you have to keep it light and you have to keep it simple. The lunar nodes are taking us way back into a kind of a regrouping about past relationships. So you might find yourself revisiting past friendships, revisiting past relationships, and making a decision about them. Just to revisit, do you still have the same view? Do you still like that person? Are you still interested, or are you seeing that person in a different way? And then the North Node and this new moon lunar eclipse push us into a new direction, which is more focused on happiness, love, luck, taking chances, and of course individuality, and of course your own creativity and your own joie de vivre. It's really soul-centered. So until next week, have a great week this week, and of course, learn more about astrology. Visit my website at www.terrynazon.com, and of course you can always book a consultation with me if you want your personal reading.